Okay, this is gonna be a review of Madmen Season 1 DVD box set. I do apologize for not being able to do this with the video camera because my camera only takes pictures now. It doesn't want to record, doesn't want to do the video thing, so all it can do is take pictures. The video works sometimes, but the camera has a mind of its own, so um, this is fine though. I can still do the review just fine like this. So, uh, Madman takes place in the 1960s, and it's in a fictional Sterling Cooper advertising agency on Madison Avenue in New York City. So it takes place in the 60s. The thing about the show I like a lot is that it does take place. It does take place in the 60s, but it also has a very modern feel to it. The way the dialogue is written, the way the way the characters dress, it looks like it's in the 60s, but it feels modern. Um, and I like that a lot. I like that they didn't try to emulate the 60s 100%. They just said, hey, look, the show is in the 60s, but we can also have that kind of modern dialogue to it. Um, and one thing I noticed, one thing I like to do with TV shows is I don't watch TV shows on television. One reason is because I hate commercials. They distract from the show. And two, I like to watch it on DVD because you get the entire season, and also you get more um, delved in the series rather than watching it on television because you have, like I said, you have commercials, and the commercials usually happen when um, you're getting down to the good parts in the show. And also the DVDs are pretty much uncut. They're pretty much viewed how they're supposed to be seen, especially with a show like this, because the tone of the show is, it reminds me a lot of Sopranos, whereas it's not nearly as explicit as Sopranos. It just doesn't feel like a show that would be on AMC. It's a show that would probably you would expect to see on HBO. Um, just the tone of the show feels like that. Another thing I noticed about the show that I like, well, not necessarily like, but the characters on here smoke a lot. That's one of the things. I don't think I've seen a scene where nobody isn't smoking or drinking. I mean, there's always a person who has a cigarette in their mouth, or they're about to drink some champagne or something like that. I'm like, wow, these people, they party a lot, and that was kind of a big thing back then. You know, that whole, the smoking effect does it give you cancer and stuff like that. And the characters in here, they're just like, you know what, I'm gonna keep. I don't care if it does affect me or not. Uh, I like smoking, and I'm gonna smoke, and nobody can stop me. And there's a lot of it in the show. So if you like smoking in your television shows and stuff like that, there's a lot of that in here. Uh, our main character is Don Draper, played by John Hamm. A lot of people say he could play Superman. I can see it. If he even said himself, if he was younger, he can play that role. But I more see him as a Bruce Wayne type of character. Just looking at the show, I mean, that's just how I see it. But getting back to the getting back to the main topic, the show has won a lot of awards and stuff like that, for best drama and stuff like that. That's why I picked this. That's why I picked it up, because I was looking for something new to watch, and I heard a lot of good things about Mad Men, and it just seems like something I would like, and I do like it a lot. It's very good, this is just season 1. So far they have up to season 3 on DVD, so I'll be reviewing them as I buy them. I'll be reviewing them. I watched the show the entire weekend. Very enjoyable, very good stuff. The opening is really good. It's very stylized and very artistic opening. I definitely recommend picking this up. I forgot how many episodes it is. I think it's 13 episodes on here. If I'm not mistaken, it's 13 episodes. Each disc has 3 episodes, and I think they're 30 minutes long. I don't think they're an hour long. I don't want to spoil too much about what's going on with the series. It's just that these guys work at a advertising agency in New York, and they're pretty much, they make a lot of money. They're rich for the most part, and I just think it's a show that you should watch. The more you find out about Don Draper, the more you find out that the character is he is flawed. He does have a lot of money. He has a family. He has a wife and kids, but he's not necessarily happy with his wife and kids. And he doesn't necessarily like the people he works with either. He gets into a lot of confrontations with his boss. His boss hitting on his wife and stuff like that. And what happens with him? They start revealing more about his past, and we find out he's not exactly who he claims to be. And as I look at more seasons, it'll become more apparent to me what exactly happened. He did serve in the military, but I'm not going to reveal all that right now. So yeah, the show is definitely it's an award winner. It's definitely a show you should pick up if you get the chance. And that's my view on Madmen.